Good morning, everyone. This is the Kubeflow CNCF graduation call on 1st of July. This meeting will be recorded and published on YouTube. And as always, this meeting is governed by the CNCF Code of Conduct. Do you have like, usually we start the call with a quick introduction. Do you have any new people here on the call who just want to say hello to the community? Just feel free to use chats, or just raise your hands. Otherwise, we'll just get started. All right. So I guess like we have few updates last week, especially we want to discuss the GTR doc, the General Technical Review, and I think George you also have few updates we want to first talk about. Yes, I think go first, George, and we can maybe go over like the updates we've done last week.
Sure. So I've got important news, probably good, but also probably weird. We're moving too fast compared to the talk. In fact, the talk has kind of put a pause on projects moving levels at this time. So they're telling me you don't have to push for graduation for Atlanta if you don't want to. And if you were to do so, you would still be put in the queue. However, that practice channel or whatever that Karina and Bob have where you can get reviews and stuff, they were basically just like, do that. And then we do that like in a holding pattern. And then when they open up, then we submit right away with our stuff thing. Seems like a plan to me, but it would be up to whatever you all decide. But that's what I found out this morning.
Is there any capacity to do graduations before December?
It sounds like the entire pipeline is being paused. Like everything.
Is there a reason for that, or is it just because?
Yeah, it's people power, and currently right now the talk has gone through the most amount of projects moving levels and sandbox and archive. Like we've archived more projects than ever, so the talk is technically moving faster than it ever has. But we found the upper limit recently, and apparently when they were talking about this at KubeCon Japan with folks. And then the talk went to Open Source Summit, and a bunch of them were talking, and it was like, hey, we need to put a clamp on the pipe. However, I just found out, so like getting details on like what exactly they want to do, I'll have to do it.
Jorge, I'd really like to understand, is that to say that Kubeflow graduation timeline is being like suspended? Because I think before we wanted it for Atlanta, now we're saying not.
Right, either Amsterdam or future, and this will apply to a lot of other projects as well that are like we were slating to put you in a graduation in the Foo Bar Baz. I don't know which projects are affected now. All I know is that there's like a pause, and this is one of the things I think we would discuss. So Karina's the talk chair, and she's also the one that does the practice reviews. So I think if we have a GTR in enough decent shape, submit that, and while you're going through that process with her, just be like, hey, so what's the deal here? And then I'm going to ask for information from the projects team on what's going on.
And how does that impact AI conformance, that separate thing that we're looking at?
I think that's launching no matter what. Those public conversations are happening in Kubernetes right now. There was a message yesterday which may or may not be useful to somebody, so I'll go find it here.
Yeah, it's a working group, basically from.
Yeah.
You mean a SIG or a working group?
No, I think it's a working group.
And we mean a Kubernetes, I assume.
Yeah, I will have the source with all the info here.
Because they use different terms to us. Very confusing.
Yeah. So what that means is like, I don't know if you're like, okay, let's bust out the items and then refresh later, or if it's like, let's put a pause on this for the summer. Something people mentioned is Europeans are going on holiday, would now be a time to kind of, take a chill. I don't know. Like, so whatever options.
So I would like to, George, a few questions. I know there is, Karmada, OpenTelemetry, several other projects going towards graduation. So do you mean like CNCF will stop to do graduation for all of them?
That's what I'm finding out.
Well, I'm trying to from my perspective, it's a bit weird from maybe from like a sandbox perspective, it would make sense, right? But like from like a PR perspective, it's a little bit weird to stop taking projects to the top graduation level, right?
Yeah, let me.
That's like particular. Like it would make sense if it was pausing for like sandbox applications or whatever else, But like it's a
Yeah.
little bit worrying. Like, is the CNCF going to continue existing? Like that's kind of the level of
Yeah, well, of
worry that I
course
would
we're going to
have.
exist. We're just a little short on people power right now. Like my team is minus 2 folks.
Oh, I
And then
respect that. I know
yeah, and then the
everyone
talk
knows here how painful
those are
our resources.
volunteers, even though a lot of them are like senior folks. So it's
Is this something that like organizations could help resource? Is kind of what I mean. Like, is there a lack of resource in the CNCF or something?
yeah, that's what they're currently figuring out.
Okay.
Like
So what
they're
I
kind of
mean, there's
yeah.
the resource thing. I just like maybe to be a little blunt here, but it sounds like a priority thing, right? Like, I mean,
Oh yeah, that yes, definitely.
so the priority shifted away from Kubeflow, is what I'm hearing. Where previously it was, and maybe because maybe we're not thinking it's going to make it in time. It's like, all right, let's
No,
just
no,
do.
no, no, no.
Is that
No,
it?
this is a process with the talk being able to review
Yeah, yeah. I think
application.
Francisco is not related to Kubeflow, it's related to all the projects. I think some of the projects, like for example,
Right.
Key Native, they've done some of the interviews already, but other
Right.
projects like Karmada, OpenTelemetry, I don't know about the status there. Um, yeah, I guess so. George, my understanding is there's not enough people in CNCF who can do the interviews, right, and reviews and
Well,
etc.
we don't do those. Those are community driven. The other issue we have is the talk meeting happens the exact time here right now.
Sure.
So I think for next week, maybe one of us should go to that meeting. I can go, or someone can come with me and be like, so what exactly does this mean for us?
Is it right now as in every week, or is it how does it work?
I think it's every other week.
Because I thought that we just accidentally aligned with their time, and that's what I'm saying.
You do accidentally aligned.
So like
yes.
maybe we should flip this. Maybe we should just do a community meeting now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can flip definitely. It's but like George, will it solve the problem if we attend this call? If there's
Yeah, I mean it doesn't. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's like the next steps? Like obviously there's a lot of company interest represented in Kubeflow. So
Yeah.
like if it's like a resource issue, money issue, you know what I mean? I'm sure we can scramble together whatever is
Yeah.
necessary.
So I don't think this is a thing where it's like, hey, help the CNCF. It's just they found the problem, right? And they're like, pause on this stuff for now, and let's look at where they're at. But I just found out about this myself, so I don't know.
Yeah,
any
because
of
we'd
these
obviously love to
questions or the
support
details.
like the CNCF.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Everyone would love to support CNCF in this and
Right.
understand what we can do to make sure that at very least projects can move from incubating to graduation. Not just because that represents Kubeflow, but because obviously that
yeah, of
represents-
course.
I'll say explicitly that I want Kubeflow to graduate for.
Yes,
Sure, sure. I mean, we all
exactly.
want that as
Yeah.
well, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
like it's
I don't care about
healthy.
anybody else.
I mean, because what do you think I'm doing? I'm like, okay, they're all pausing. Can I get Kubeflow at the time? You know, like, of course I'm
Right,
asking.
right. That's the real question. And then I think working
yeah.
backwards from that, like, is there
Right.
anything that we can do collectively amongst
Right. So
ourselves?
here's what I asked Bob. He was like, here's what you can do is that security assessment, you know how it should have been done, the previous thing? I
Yeah.
think we should just slay that thing, you know, and just solve that problem, get it done, because we're gonna have to do that whether we like to or not, and it's kind of like a loose end. And I really think we should start going through that practice review process, because that's what Bob said. He goes, go through the review process. You'll know exactly where you stand, and then we'll be much closer to the talk, because when they're reviewing, you could say, hey, how's the queue looking? Right? Like, is there a spot in the calendar?
Is this like something that organizations could pay for external security audits to go through that faster or something? Or
no, the security audit is
security audit. Like I think it's in David's court from Ostiv. I tagged him this morning, right?
Yep. Yes, I think that this guy's is already reviewing our code, right? Like this third-party security audit, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? I mean, we're definitely talking with them, but I don't know if they're actively reviewing it.
He said that he was reviewing before. He did say it was like, this is huge.
Yes, he was a bit like, yes, that's what yeah.
I have worries about that too. Yeah, but yeah.
So George,
so my recommendation is bust out the security thing, which should have been done anyway. So let's just like get rid of that, and then get the GTR running through the review, right? And then that'll be the first time we're submitting something to the talk. And then as we're doing that, we can ask for advice.
Yeah, Plus,
we're not by next week, I'll have way more info, I think.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried we're not in the queue right now. Yeah, that is a bit worrying.
Yeah.
Can we open an application? Does it ask you in the CNCF TOC GitHub?
That's what I'm
just to make
saying. I think that's what
they triaging us, like appropriately, and we give them updates.
So that's what I'm saying. I think we need to get to the point where we have a GTR to submit.
Yeah,
but even-
you're doing the GTR for the internal review, and then you get that done.
Mhm.
Because what I'm saying, that's part of that first submission, Andre.
Oh,
It
David
is.
just got
Yeah.
back to us, responded 12 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that's about the security thing, though. But yeah.
Okay.
But wait, like I saw some of the projects open the template issues even without completing all the checkboxes, isn't it?
I
Like
mean, you
pending.
can do whatever
things.
you want, I guess, but like it's.
Yeah, you
No,
could
just
also
by
do.
asking.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if that helps us get triaged, though, right? Does that help us?
No, what helps you get you triage is going through those practice reviews because they will tell you exactly what you need to do.
Like, because I feel like that's like so. I thought the goal, and again, my goal was before the end of kind of 2 weeks away, right? Was to submit a PR with a fully completed GTR,
Mhm.
Right.
with pretty much
So-
just the formalities left to do. That was kind of the goal.
Yeah, but I think
Right.
GTR is completed almost. It's
That's
like
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like,
yeah, I think GTR is completed.
Oh
Like
no, I don't think it's completed. But we need to agree on like. There's some parts where only certain projects have listed their answers and things like that.
no, but I think it's fine, isn't it?
I don't know. We can
I think
open it. I'll
I
show
mean,
you.
it doesn't
am t-
matter whether we agree or not.
Andre,
Like,
here's what I'm
yeah.
going to tell you to do. You just submit it to the review thing and see what the reviewers say. And if
Mhm.
they
Well, we
say
could go
this
through
is
it
fine, just go
now.
with it.
We can go through it on the call now if people would like.
Yeah, I mean, if you want. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you open any application, for example, like open telemetry, right? Like, there are not all the questions which we have in GTR, right?
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
Right. Remember also, we are going, the GTR process is relatively new.
So they
Mhm.
changed the whole thing, yeah. And so like we'd be the
Underneath
most
us,
likely
yes.
to get through because of that. To be honest.
Yeah. So the idea here is what I've been hearing is we go through the GTR process and we have that review process, which wasn't available before, right? And they will tell us how to do the application. And then we sit on it, I think, until the talk says, okay, you're ready. And then we boom, submit it.
So we don't raise the PR, you mean? Because again, what if they
Yeah,
change
because
the
they're
thing,
saying
right?
don't put them in the queue. The queue's just going to get backed up and it's going to be a hot mess. Just get your stuff ready and then go, is what I'm being told now. However, those details that you're about to ask me about, all of that stuff, is what I think we should do in the review channel with the GTR and be like, look, we have an application coming. We have the GTR is ready, but also we need guidance on when you want us to apply because we were ready. We really wanted to go to Atlanta and we were kind of planning on that, but apparently there's a logs in the way. So like, what do you want us to do? Basically, this is our chance to have the talk directly tell us what they want us to do.
But yeah, is it like a matter of like, is it a matter of first in, first out kind of thing? Like first valid proposal,
I don't know. There's a GitHub board.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
Jorge has limited knowledge. That's fine.
Yeah. I just found out this morning and I erred on the side of telling you as soon as I heard.
But I just can't imagine that not submitting would be helpful. You know what I mean? Like that's the part I'm trying to understand. Like unless the rules are going to change.
Yeah.
Would you agree or not? Like if like what I'm saying is like what would be the harm to submitting if we do complete the GTR, or is it that you think that the rules are going to change?
I don't think the rules are going to change. I think they're just going to, it's just going to sit there on the board,
That's
which is
what's gonna
also
happen either
fine.
way, though, right? Like that's what like the question is just like, is it more that we would use because we're still going to use that repo, right, to actually do the
Yeah,
review.
you're right. You're going to use everything. Hold on. Let me look at my info. Let's
Yeah.
go. Here we go. Yes, you should. I'll tell you what Karina tells me. You should still be reviewing your work in the project review channel. Yeah, if we're pushing projects to enter the queue, that will only help them be in the queue at this point. So entering the queue doesn't speed things up. You should get as much as done of the pre-work done and enter.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so
yeah.
that means we should submit today, really, right?
If you want to, yeah, but
Because it depends on
should,
if it's like, is this the date that they're going to go priority date? You know what I mean? Like that's.
I am thinking you should just submit the GTR to the review channel, which we've had available to us for
I just worry that they
So
might look
what-
at these dates, right?
yeah, sorry, like, what do you mean by submitting GTR to review channel? Like, is it the Slack channel in CNCF?
Yeah, the Slack channel. You just say, hey, we want to get our GTR review before we apply officially. And then Korean and Bob will tell you.
Which channel? The security channel?
No, the channel I linked. We
Oh.
talked about this weeks ago. Hold on. CNCF.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not project reviews. Hold on.
I'm thinking it might be a private channel. That's what I mean.
It's not a private channel. It's a public talk channel. We have it in the doc.
Do we?
Let's see.
Stop.
We have our one, but we don't have.
Flows, reviews. Who was doing this? We put this in the GTR issue, didn't we?
Let me see.
Hold on, Slack because I'm in like so many channels. I'm just trying to.
And they all disappear from the sidebar eventually as well.
I know, I hate it. Yeah.
I told them about it, and then they said they fixed it to me, and then they realized that they broke something else by fixing it, and then unfixed it. I was like, what? Can you just fix your product, please?
Yeah, you know, you should, George. I cannot see on this Slack channel.
Yeah,
I'm
one
searching
second.
channels, yeah.
Let me see if I put it in the graduation channel. Remember having this conversation.
Oh yeah, project maybe this one. I think I found it. Let me link you.
What is it?
CNCF minus project. Yeah,
Okay,
CNCF.
which was called, sorry?
Yeah.
Use
Yes.
this one.
Project reviews. Okay, yeah.
So it's this one, this channel, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I found it. It's only got like a small number of members. I assume it's for the talk to discuss things.
Yeah, there's not going to be 1,000 people in there. It's going to be whoever wants.
Yeah, I think Bob is there, and
Yeah. So here's how it works. It's like if your project is graduating or doing any of this stuff at any time, you can go in there and ask for real-time help. So what they want to do is be available.
It's a lot of pressure to put on them though. Again, like I don't want to like.
You know what? That's what I'm being told, Matthew. It's not my job to tell them, "Are you sure you can do this?" They're
Yeah,
saying,
it's like
"Put
I
our
want
stuff
I
there,"
want
and
them
I'm
to
going
be
to put our stuff
successful, right?
there.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like it's quite a big project with quite a complicated review process. I'm like, I just want to make sure that we don't throw them a very complicated like we should, like what I'm
They
saying
will let us know.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I'm still worried that if there's a queue, we're using the word queue here, we should add ourselves to the queue, right?
If you feel that helps, yeah. But the
Judge,
way we're going to get through
why-
the queue is if you're whoever has their stuff the most prepared,
That's what I was assuming.
will get
right?
probably prioritized in the queue, right? So if I have 50 items in the queue and I know queue
So let's
flows-
spend the next 36 minutes preparing those items.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes,
let's
that's what I
do
want to
it.
go
Sorry,
through here, right?
sorry.
Do we agree that the primary, we've pretty much, so to actually make a submission, the security audit needs to happen, but that's happening in the background. But that doesn't block the application, right?
Yep.
No, it does not.
And then and then to actually submit the proposal in this form, you know, on the CNCF repo is presumably we have to do that.
Yeah.
We have the GTR, but we also have the other questions, but those other questions are pretty straightforward. So
Yeah.
I think
So
yeah.
I think our metric for success here for the rest of the meeting is if we can get a link to this graduation proposal in that channel. And
The
then we can
GTR
say-
or the proposal?
the GTR, the
Okay.
thing that this
The
is,
Google Doc we're looking at, you're
Yeah,
talking
this is
about?
the one here.
yeah, because this is also the first GTR they reviewed. Remember, this is confusing on purpose because we're the ones figuring it out. So like, don't panic.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So yes. So with this,
It's
so
going to
if
be
we-
like, hey, Karina, what do we do with this thing?
so of all the ones that are so this is just for reference, as far as I can tell, this is grouped into about 6 or 7 sections, which are kind of hard to see because they've got the hashes here rather than titles because it's you know, it's a markdown rather than a thing. But,
Yeah, I'll clean up the formatting.
no, that's fine.
because
We don't need to actually. It's best if it's easy to copy and paste into an issue anyway.
you can copy as markdown now.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So I'll do that grunt work.
okay, whatever. So, there's like a couple of sections here. Which ones we obviously can't go through all of them right now, but I guess the thing that we need to do is highlight to people that you need to for your project, because I think the way we're structuring this is if the question is relevant to every project, each project writes a small note. If the thing is relevant to the overall project, then we write overall. Do we agree with that principle in general?
Yeah, George,
Yeah.
do you agree with this principle in general?
Yeah. Obviously, we won't overwhelm them because this is going to be quite a lot of text. But
Because
it's just
like yeah, the question like is it going to overwhelm them, right? Because we have 6 projects within foundation, right? How we can ensure they will review them appropriately.
well, I don't care if they review them appropriately. It's whether they will be satisfied.
Yeah, that's correct.
George, do you have any suggestions.
I
too.
was gonna say, look, this is the first time we're doing this. This is the first time you're reviewing this. Is this huge long Google Doc good enough, or would you like us to split it up in a certain?
Well, that's
way?
actually a good
Give
point.
us
Should we just
guidance.
use the Google Doc to do it? Probably, honestly.
Probably, yes.
Because then they can
Yeah.
write comments.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
actually, let's not. Yeah, then the formatting should definitely just be the formatting. That's probably. So the way I formatted it was assuming we were going to copy it to Markdown, but if we aren't, then probably we should format it slightly differently. But
Okay, so what is the remaining thing? I know there are several things on the security
So-
side.
so even these things though, we need to clarify. Like, is this really like so? You know, we've got some comments here, and I try to indent them so that they are indented for the answer until we figure out a formatting is better. But it's like, okay, literally the first line is, how do you roadmap process, right? Well, we have roadmap files and we have caps. Is that sufficient? Okay, let's like in the community, anyone else aware of other roadmaps? So each project has their own roadmap, and the overall community has caps. Any other ideas for what we're actually
I think
doing?
this is good enough. Yeah, cool.
Yes?
Yeah, all of this I think is good for me. Yeah.
Okay. Next. So, target personas. This is a debate, right? Like, this is always going to be a debate, but is there anything missing?
No, I think it's good enough. Again,
Okay, but like let's let people just digest. You know, data scientists, ML engineers, AI engineers, data engineers, ML ops. Anyone can raise their hand or speak at any time. ML ops engineers, platform engineers, vendors. Is there anyone missing? Okay. Moving on. Is this the currently agreed description of what the primary use of the project is from the KSC? Or did this change?
yes.
So I'll just read it out. The Kubeflow is the foundation of AI tools for AI platforms on Kubernetes. AI platform teams can build on top of Kubeflow, deploy their reference platform, or use each project independently to meet their specific needs. Kubeflow reference platform is composable, modular, portable, scalable. Oh my god. Backed by an ecosystem of Kubernetes components covering every. I think that last sentence is a bit strange, but okay. That's probably fine. Anyone want to make any comments there? Because these sort of ones are really important because that's how we're presenting ourselves. Are we going to list use cases? Are we going to put references? Should we put references? Probably.
I don't think it's required, but I mean, I don't know.
You know, like
For
if
sure.
I was reading this is like the one that I would be like, hey, prove that you're actually doing these things, right?
Yeah, if they can ask, we can link, right?
But we just have links, right?
Yeah, I think this is sufficient. They can ask as follow up.
Okay. Okay. Do we want to clarify this first sentence? Like, because this is confusing if you don't really read into it technically. Like, do we want to just?
No, they can ask if they want clarification.
Is this because it's a very unusual project? But yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a project of projects.
We'll
Okay.
we'll talk about that. I
Okay.
think that's-
Explain. Okay, this one doesn't have an X. Explain what use case. Okay, this is actually weird. Okay. So what are we not doing?
No, we should just say what we're not doing, right? Like GitOps, one of the examples what we are not doing, right?
Okay, but what does that mean? Because you
Like
can
we-
use GitOps with Kubeflow.
No, what Kubeflow is not doing for their, we're not going to create yet another Argo CD. This is what it means, right?
But I
What
don't
is
misunderstood.
yeah, what is out of scope, right?
But that
our-
would vary by project. I think the first statement is it does need to be saying like each project will decide what its scope is.
No, but I think it will create more confusions, right? Because like again, all of the proposals go through like, if there is kind of like a new project, it should go like through community, right? Then we should find an agreement. I think if it's clearly out of scope of AI and ML, we won't do this, right?
Okay, sure, but like there's like two layers of this, right? This idea was presumably this question is aimed at the people who make one project, right? But we've got many projects. So we've got the overall community, like, yeah, we won't do random things that aren't related to ML on Kubernetes, but also the projects themselves have their own decisions about what's out of scope.
Yeah, but we still have like, the government structure. We have working groups, right? We have, steering
But that's
committee.
not the same thing. It's like, what have we specifically identified that say pipelines won't do, for example? And we should give each project an opportunity to say, right?
I think I don't like to displaying everything you don't do is really hard because like enumerating that is like unbounded. So I think these two examples are probably sufficient. I don't think we need to overboil it.
I think we should just say like two separate sections. Like we won't list them. We'll just say as each. I'm proposing. Each of multiple projects. Each working group makes makes their own determinations as to what will be excluded from
Each project.
from them. However, we have a overarching theme and governance structure, that has identified the following areas as not being a priority for all projects. Yeah, and then I guess my question is, should we also then add non-Kubernetes deployment systems?
Yeah, and we can say like, we have steering committee to govern like and to decide what should be the scope of the Kubeflow Foundation, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like each working group, yeah.
Yeah. Areas have not been prepared for the old.
But then like we do have this overarching idea of like we're not gonna intentionally. We have some historical reasons why some projects have strangeness here, but overall we're not intending to support non-Kubernetes. Is that true?
Yeah. I think ideally we should have like, similar to Kubernetes. Kubernetes has like the concept what Kubernetes is not right designed to. I think it has in their docs somewhere.
Non-Kubernetes deployment systems, like I don't know if that's true.
But it is true for all current projects, right? And that's the thing. As a project, that's what I'm trying to say. That's a debate. This is the like. So I think this is an important clarification. This is like the reason they asked this question. Is like,
yeah, I think for the debate we can skip. We can skip some of the. GitOps probably not debate, right? Debatable, right?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Service mesh. We can put their service mesh, right? Or we can put their, I don't know.
Let's not put. Let's. Okay, I think this is good enough.
Yeah, there's one model that we do often debate as well that maybe we should put in here is officially endorsed deployment methods. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like
because that is actually an important scope thing for the custom for them to understand. It's a collection of tools in its essence, right? You can deploy them however you like. We don't require you to use our deployment method.
Force deployment. Yeah, we all agree with that.
Method or distribution, I guess, or distribution. Yeah.
Yeah,
that helps them understand. Do we agree with these ideas? Obviously, we can all yell about them, but yeah.
No. We actually, as a steering committee, we have all always agreed with this. The manifest is just one way to do it. That's what we've always said. So
anyone else think there's anything else we should explicitly exclude? Because these are like what is and what isn't Kubeflow are like the most important questions, I think, probably.
Yeah, but I think we should move on. I think we should.
Yeah, we can, but I just want to highlight. Is there anything else anyone wants to say?
No.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we track adopters here.
We should probably put that sentence first.
Yeah, I think David asked me to put the adopters here, so it's CNCF doesn't need to jump between the links.
I don't think we should include this issue either, personally. This is not proven by anything. This is just a list of supposed ones based off someone's speculation.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Julius reviewed some of those adopters.
But we need to convince them to add themselves to the adopters list if we want to actually include them, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, let's not include that. Okay. We track a component in GitHub. Yep. Is that direct link? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Please describe. Anyone else want to add anything here about how we track? Okay, this is actually a good question. What are the intended? That's a bit different. This is what is. We should probably add a sentence about what this is. So like Kubeflow is intended to be used by, what is it? Any organization which needs to run AI ML workloads on Kubernetes or create a product to do that. You know what I mean? Is that kind of like, or create a distribute, or
I think you can stop it here.
Oh, Well, I'm wondering. I just want to add last sentence. I think there is a second user, right? I just want to propose, and then we'll see. Or who needs a neutral, or who needs a neutral tool kit or something. Or who neutral set of tools from which to build a platform product distribution. You know, like what Red Hat does.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if is this like, because this is like the end user, but then
So the good thing about the issue that Julius had, that it kind of like rank organizations by their, you know, like what they do, financial services, software manufacturers, right? Even if it is not confirmed, but it shows like, you know, the widespread adoption. I don't know.
I think it's a bit too speculative, I think.
No, but I think it's fine to put it there because we
I,
anyway. So I just suggest, because it's kind of like show more adoption of the project, and you know, for our, you know, like you know, strengthen our, it's maybe worse to edit them.
I don't think that's. I think this is about understanding the project, less about proving that it's being used. Because everyone knows it's being used. We have.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with Matthew here. Actually, I like on the margin. Yeah, it's cool. It shows off, and that's just like that's just us feeling better about the community. I don't think that matters. I think they already know that people use Kubeflow.
It's like this is about what we intend. This is actually an important clarification for the community. It's like, what are you intending to use? Who do you actually want to use your product? And I think the two people in my mind is end users. Obviously, you want to build their own stuff, but also people who want to build a platform, right?
Right.
We agree
Let's,
or not?
yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
If we don't agree, that's fine too. Like I'm just spitballing so that we have an answer on the top.
No, because my thought, because maybe George, you can point me if I'm wrong, but this question was about the types of organizations, right?
Yep.
What kind of organizations? Is it only like hyperscalers? Is it also like financial system
I
services?
think you want every single one you can get.
Yeah, so just to show diversity, the Keyflow is not only for hyperscalers, but also for end users who build their own, you know, like on-premise. For example, on-premises, right? Not a lot of, you know, tools can run on-premises because public cloud providers forcing, you know, users to use those in their services. But we, however, like allows you to run those services anywhere, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's why
our goal is to support Kubernetes, right? That's I feel like that's the vision of the project. I don't know if that's the reality,
No, but
but
I
it
mean,
is.
you can run Kubernetes on hyperscalers as well, right? And some projects very specific to hyperscalers, right?
Are they though? They're not. Nothing. We have nothing. None of our projects specifically prevent
No,
you
no,
running.
not our. I'm talking about other projects in CNCF.
Yeah, so I guess that's a statement then about what our. But that is that about what we are rather than.
Yeah, it's about like, you know, like we kind of vendor neutral, and we allow you to, you know, run it everywhere that you when you're on Kubernetes. You can, you know, do this on you know, bare metal, H, etc. So,
I agree with you in principle. I just like the. I do think we have one thing we haven't clarified here is that our goal is to be a set of tools that the tools are standard, but the way you deploy them are different, and use them are different. Is that right?
Yeah, George, go ahead.
Oh, George.
just sort the list alphabetically and avoid the whole problem and move on to the next one.
That's about other something else, but yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I've already like linked all the financial services and end users hyperscale. Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just make sure that we're like managing our time effectively here.
Okay.
We just wasted like
Okay,
6
so this one is we've done a lot of these over the years.
This is enough. We can move forward.
I'll
That's
just
fine.
make a preamble. We regularly undertake user research about Kubeflow and its users. For example, here are some results from previous years. Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. Usability. Oh, what's happening there? Okay. Usability. Okay. Ooh, I think there must be something missing here. Where did target personas come from? Yeah. Is it up here? What are target personas in this context?
I think it's about interfaces, basically.
Oh, it's
you
how
know?
should your target personas?
Yes, yes.
Like,
Like we
I'll
have
just
like
add your. This is very confusing.
like we have like the platform engineer, we have like ML engineer, right? For ML engineer, we have Kubeflow SDK.
So we should probably
For
say that then. Our target personas are, what are they?
yeah, like ML engineer, right?
Well, you have a link, right? Let's find them. Is it here? Or is it under architecture? Did we list them out or did we? Oh no.
We already done it before in previous question, right?
Did we actually? That's a good point. Oh yeah, we
I
did.
mean, I think it's about no UI and UX comes from a second question. I think this question is about like, where are the docs, right? And it's, how they can get started. So that is why it's correctly linked to the getting started docs, right? We don't need to reiterate on the personas. We've done it already, above Matthew.
Should we put it like a prefix here, like
No, I think it's obvious for them, right? Because they prepared these questions, right? I think
that? Right?
linking, yeah. So
Like, I mean, so that we can just use the word user, like use, like.
yeah. I think linking documentation is sufficient. I don't know. I think this is less controversial for me, usability. There are more complicated questions again
But I
for
think that getting
people
started, like,
who-
which one is for that? Like,
No, it's for people who want to get started with Kubeflow, right?
but how
What
should each of those target personas interact? That's a very specific question that we're not answering by just linking docs.
no, why? Like
Well, it's a complicated question. We don't actually know that.
Hey, Matthew, like let's move on.
Just say you don't know and that you're going to fill it out later.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it to do then. List all personas and provide specific references for how each uses. Like that yellow. Okay. Describe US experience. Okay. Kubeflow is a collection of projects with our interfaces. That's fine. We should probably just use that as a link if we're going to do it this way. Insert link. Okay. Do we want to say this? We are working on a unified SDK.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay. We just make that link there.
Let's see.
Okay. Describe this project, how this interacts with the product with other projects in a production environment. This makes sense, I think. This is pretty. Kubeflow projects are Kubernetes native, so fit into a wider ecosystem of Kubernetes-based tools. Specific components integrate with popular frameworks. The following diagram gives an overview. I think this is probably sufficient. We should probably change that link if you want. Oh, do you want me to do it? Or and then, what I was meaning is just link the word. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Anything else we have here? How we interact? Do we want to go into some specific important components?
No, I don't think that matters for now.
Okay. Make sure that link worked. It did. Okay. Make sure that link works as well.
Project architecture requirements.
Okay. Design. Explain. Okay. We definitely need to have some words here. Explain the design principles and best practices. Okay. Do we have this? I don't know if we have this.
Yeah, we do have in the contributing guys.
Kubeflow. This is very abstract. So, like, do we want to say our governance process here or not? Or do we want to say
Some of the contributing guys we have design principles like for coding, etc., for APIs.
Okay, yeah. So let's put that then. Kubeflow projects have okay. I'll start with overall. Kubeflow overall has
I mean, actually, if you look at the link, the contributing, it's pretty extensive, and
that's
it
what we need
also-
to just put words. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, so what is the same for this? Like, Kubeflow overall has strong contributing guidelines, and that we just link there.
Yeah.
That inform our development and design. Each project also provides new contributors specific guidance on their GitHub repo. Right? There they got like Cool. And then it's like just that. Yeah. Anyone else want to add anything there?
Yes, I'm adding the one for moderation.
Oh, is it missing?
Yeah, I'm just adding it.
Okay, cool. So do we need any more words here? Best practices? I don't know about best practices, but yes.
No, it's fine, I think.
Okay. 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 Cool. Okay. Outline link to the project. Actually, okay. This is
Let's actually, so all the ones that have X's on them, let's just assume those are like, at least they have a rough draft.
this. Like we can't start with.
Yeah, yeah. So, Mario,
Let's go to the empty ones.
can we go to the empty ones really? Because
Okay.
I went to the doc yesterday and
Which ones do you want to start with then?
no, the empty one. For example, like you see, like describe any compliance requirements addressed by the project. We don't have anything for the compliance, right?
What does compliance mean in this context?
I think it's maybe about like how we get the feedback. No. Let me see.
Which one? Describe
George, any
it.
suggestions, or you also don't know?
Because I think
I would just put unknown, and
I
then
think
like
it's really dependent on the user, right? This like this. We need to state that, right? Like Kubeflow, like what do we do to address compliance? That's the question, I guess. Like we provide a set of tools that users can.
Maybe we should tell about bug reports and feature prioritization. I don't know.
So there's a couple of different kinds of compliance, right? There's like SOC kind of like authentication requirements that customers might have. There's like GDPR, there's privacy. These things are obviously up to the user, but what do we do to help address them?
So, George, any thoughts?
Sorry, I missed that last question.
So the question was about the compliance requirements in the usability section, in the design section.
Whoa.
It's like, because obviously it's up to the user, but it's like we probably do want to say that we don't make it harder, in some way.
Yeah, well, we can talk about composability, maybe extensibility.
Yeah.
Well, we
So-
do provide isolation, authentication, and authorization via the.
But that's not really officially in the graduation things, right? Like that is a thing we provide as a reference, but certainly that's not certified.
Which of the banks is passing compliance? Like, is there a set of best practices or?
A lot of the banks
run it?
use Kubeflow, not publicly, but they do.
Right, but what I'm saying is like what I would get the
Because-
list of things from them, right?
SOC 2 is the major compliance.
We should probably just name check some of them, right? Like, which is like specific common areas of compliance are addressed mainly by end users. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'll just put that in. So, like, as a result, specific common compliance frameworks. So, how do you do? What is the acronym? SOC. See? Two.
Yeah, there's a number 2. No dash, just SOC 2. Yeah.
ETC. Are
Those are all operational.
they're compliance frameworks. You know what I mean? They are like are the responsibility of end users and vendors. However, we aim to like, you know what I mean, make this easier. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, we aim to provide extension point for them to feed their internal, compliance requirements.
A strong
Say that.
foundation.
Yeah, similar to Kubernetes, right?
Through reference architectures, and I don't know, and similar things, from which to build on. I don't know, right?
A question for you: do we use feature flags when we roll out stuff within projects, or do we just?
We don't have the similar to Kubernetes feature gates, but we want to have it, but we never get.
Some projects definitely are talking about it, like notebooks and stuff, but not.
But you don't have feature gates, Matthew.
No, we don't have it in the traditional sense.
No, feature gates, I'm talking about Kubernetes feature gates, right?
Well, that is because Kubernetes is one API, right? Like the problem is we are multiple APIs, so it would have to be per project, right?
Yeah, no, but I mean, feature gates is common to CRDs, right? If you have CRD in your project, you can, just follow what Kubernetes is doing.
I guess you could, but it depends on what your project is doing. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Okay, do we skipped over all the other ones? Are we good with that? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, we can skip all of this again. I think it's kind of
this one
easy.
has work in progress, so we need to make this a to-do.
Yep.
I'll hide out it because we don't want to accidentally ship one with a work in progress. Okay, then what's this one? This one doesn't start with words. I guess that's fine. This, I think, probably does need more than just a link to the installation, but okay. This one is not listed at all, so what's this one? Describe any new or changed API calls, including cloud providers, that will result from the project being enabled and used. I don't know if this is sufficient. Is this sufficient?
I think it's sufficient.
Okay, X then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I did write it.
Good. Okay, well,
Okay.
anyone
I
else?
think it's fine.
Agree? They probably want a list though,
I don't think they want a list.
or like a link at least that they could find a list theoretically, right?
Well, but then it's just linking to every project's code because now, and within pipelines, you could call to arbitrary endpoints, right? Like that's
Sure.
like, and that's true for most of the other projects.
Okay, so that's fine. It's a bit of an arbitrary question anyway. It's very, very generic. So
Yeah, exactly. Like in notebooks, you can do whatever you want. Like
literally, we have an arbitrary code execution, right?
Yeah.
You can import Python.
you could probably do that in a training loop too. It'd be weird, but you probably could, right?
Okay. What's this? Do we actually follow this? I don't think this is true.
No, this is true. No, this is for TF job since 2017. This is true.
But that's one project, right? Like we used to have a concept.
For CRD, I think this is true. I understand that we have more complicated projects. We have UIs and we have SDKs, right?
Okay, let's say specifically then.
No, but I mean, it will be easier for them to, make sure we kind of, aligned with what Kubernetes is doing on the API deprecation.
Yeah.
And I think for CRDs, this is true everywhere.
I agree. We do the same thing for them. I agree. Yes, we aim for backwards compatibility and everything. And for these resources,
I would like to spend the rest of the time on the security section.
Yeah, security, I think it's more complicated. So let's
installation. This is painful, but yes, okay, whatever. Security. Well, these are already mostly done. You mean these ones? Is there any missing here?
The rest, I'm not sure how we can answer them, right?
Are these missing? Any?
Let's just skip those because that's like at least we have something started there. But let's talk. Please review the cloud native security. Skip that one because I think that one we just have to review and assess.
Okay. No.
It takes time.
Damn it! We actually have to look at it to answer the next ones.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What's the security hygiene?
There's like 7 or 8 tenants. Okay,
There's
well.
8 tenants.
Okay, how am I satisfying all these tenants? Well, we need to probably list them. I'm just gonna list them here then, just so that we start writing them.
So can we? I know we have 5 minutes, but can someone volunteer to work on some of those items?
Yeah.
And maybe we can ping in the chat selection also. We can review it.
Okay, I mean, someone needs to actually write something for each of them, but
no, but we can do it after the meeting, right? So
I can put a to do there. I'll just okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put a to do up top here.
Can I leave some next steps while y'all keep writing?
Yeah.
I think we posted in, so I think clean up over the course of this week or whatever. It doesn't have to be like submitted right away. Paste it in the channel, and then I'll basically reiterate what I said before. Hey, this is our GTR, and then we'll go from there. The talk just put a meeting on the project team's calendar for tomorrow, so I'm definitely going to ask for guidance on this.
I would rather see if we can send it off today and say like,
if you want to send it today, I am feeling that energy. Absolutely. Just do it.
All right, which channel? I just want to make sure I get this right.
CNCF-project-reviews.
Yep.
Okay, cloud native principles are not listed here. Where are they listed?
Like even in places there, Francisco, you might want to leave a comment. Will be like, we need talk guidance here. You know,
Oh,
like if,
okay, yeah. All
yeah,
right,
like totally take advantage of it, because these will be the same people reviewing your actual application. So if you're taking advantage of the pre-review, they appreciate that, and hopefully it'll make things smoother. And then we'll ask about timelines and stuff, because that I'm just as confused as everyone there. So
Yeah, my hope is that if we give this to them now, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, you guys are all right. Maybe we'll include you."
yeah, I'd love to see that, but
Where are cloud native principles listed? I'm trying to find them.
and I have to
I don't-
roll. So thanks all.
Thank you, Jorge.
Is it this one here from like 5 years ago? I doubt it. Or is it this? It's probably not that. So cloud native principles. We need a list of them.
Yeah, I think CNCF has the concept of cloud native principles, right?
Is it under here, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, I doubt it. Anyone found a link? Principles and governance strategy. Okay, wait. Oh. Yeah. Talk principles?
I think it's about
No, that's about the talk.
deploy on any cloud, vendor neutrality.
Where is it?
So it's in the CNCF, not on our website.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Like I can search here, I guess. Telecom tag.
Yeah, do they have what is cloud native?
Edge native application. That's what I'm trying to find. Security students, foundation. There's a charter. Oh yeah, the CNCF Cloud Native Definition v1.0. Okay, well yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a good one. So into the Charter of Foundation, right?
I'm just trying to find it. V1. We'll search for that, I guess. V. Whoa. Search that under here. Charter mission V. Maybe I need to make it org. I really need to link that.
Okay, so let me see. Great progress.
So where we found? Anyone else found it yet? Or oh, found it.
Yeah, definition, right?
It's here.
Mm.
There we go. Okay. Okay, let's just add that as a link. Okay, and then we need to just what's the first one that we have? We have oh my god, it's in so many languages. It's characterized
Yeah, just build and deploy workloads on computer environments. As I said, like hybrid cloud, mid organization needs at scale. Yeah, this is pretty simple. So basically, multi-tenancy, microservices, immutable infrastructure, serverless,
Where are you
declarative.
saying that?
This is the definition, right?
Here?
So yeah, I think we follow. So yeah, the second one, right? Cloud native.
Oh,
technology.
sorry. Gosh. Yeah, okay, let me copy
So
and paste
basically,
that.
this is what we do, right? It's pretty obvious, right?
But yeah, but we need to list them, right?
We set up microservices, we following the containerization mode, right? Containerization, architecture and declarative APIs.
Kubernetes and other.
So again, I know we're over time. So can someone? I know there are some questions that we cannot fill on the rollbacks and enablements and rollouts. So we need someone who can maybe help us to fill the gaps. I'm wondering what we could do next, right, to enhance this doc today.
I feel like this is actually here. It's like connected just like this one is.
Any recommendations from community? Any suggestions?
Well, we just need to go through them. There's no other way to do it, right? We all have stuff to do. That's the problem.
Okay, so in that case, I guess we can leave it as it is. I know Francisco already sent a message. You know, I will try to maybe answer some of those questions that we didn't answer, but I already reviewed all of them yesterday. I don't think we can answer more of those questions. But we need someone who also can take a look and maybe, you know, add some from the pipeline side or from just give examples, right? Because some of those questions cannot be answered for all the projects. But
Yeah.
if some of the projects follow this, right, we can just add them some sort of reference links, right?
So do you want to accept these ones here?
Yeah, I think you have an edit mode, right? You can accept yourself if you change it to edit.
Oh, actually, maybe I can. No, I'm not allowed to edit right now.
Yeah. Well, I think Francisco, you're your owner, right? You should give much permission.
I won't edit. I will only do comments, but
Alright.
dot, dot, dot. Okay, and then
Matthew, why don't I have your email, Matthew?
okay, cool. I'm gonna stop the recording, guys. So thank you for coming.
I think I will add you.